How's it going, everybody? Just tuned into the Project Returns. Welcome to V's Experiences. So today we're going to go through the Doma Castle dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. It's my first time going through Stormblood, and I believe I'm almost finished it. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for quite some time now. However, I took a bit of a break for a while, and just recently got back into it about a couple weeks ago. And I've been loving Stormblood. I've been really excited to get into Shadowbringers. But yeah, this will be my first time going through the dungeon, and I thought it would be a good thing to record my experience with this dungeon, show it to you guys. We're just gonna queue in. Now, I currently play as a level 71 Bard. Bard is my main. I've been a Bard since I've started. I did start other classes, but got nowhere near my level. My plan is to complete all main story quests for each expansion and then start working on my character build. I might not play Bard the way some people do. However, I'm comfortable with the way I do play the Bard, and it works for me. Seeing that I have no idea how long this is going to take, I'm at a 10-minute average wait, so we're going to have a seat right here. Now we'll cut back when it's time to commence the dungeon.
A few moments later.
Alright, here we go. Commence. Let people know it's your first time in that dungeon. If it is, it really helps people out. So again, first time doing this dungeon, no idea what to expect. Alright, let's go. If you're new to Final Fantasy XIV and you're doing dungeons and stuff, stop it. My advice to you is to try and move while hitting your 1 and 2 keys. That'll keep you together with your party, because unless you're a tank, you're following the lead and pace of the tank that was assigned to you, or that you're going into the dungeon with. Usually when I'm doing dungeons, I'll start off light. I won't do too much heavy support and stuff, as far as the buffs and so on and so forth. I'll try my best to save those for the bosses. I had found myself running into issues early on in my time playing this game, where I would use all my buffs right away and they would end. However, we would go into the section of the boss and I wouldn't be able to use any buffs, and depending on what your party needs or what you could help to support your party for that boss, it could really put a harsh hit on it. So that's my advice if you're just getting into Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of things in dungeons that could very well look like bosses, like this machine here. Almost looks like one. However, when you're facing a boss, there's usually like a barrier line in the entrance that locks you into the area do like the way this dungeon looks. However, it's lit up. It's quite nice. Right here, this would be a boss. So in this case, it's the first boss, but this is the barrier I was talking about. If you ever see this dome from your healer, it's always good to get inside of it. It protects you. If you didn't know that already. That could have been bad. We'll give it some battle voice. Battle voice increases the direct hit rate. If you play as a DPS and your boss that you're fighting releases little minions, be sure to make them your focus point. That's my opinion on that. Let the tank deal with the boss himself. It can create a lot more damage to the party if you're not dealing with the minions. If your DPS are not dealing with the minions that have come on the field. Oh, get him That is that. And try your absolute best to attack and focus your attacks on the same enemy your tank is attacking. It can be difficult at some point, especially when there's a lot going on. In Final Fantasy XIV, there's a lot of lights happening. It's very flashy. And there are times I even catch myself losing what I'm doing, or even where I am on the battlefield itself. And it's hard to attack the same enemy your tank is attacking. But if you're able to keep track of that, it's a good thing, in my opinion, because with all your DPS attacking the same person your tank is, their health is going to drop a lot faster than if you were attacking a different enemy. However, or I should say, with that being said, if you are attacking a different enemy besides your tank, you could make yourself an aggro point. And I've noticed with a lot of tanks that'll frustrate your tank. Yikes. Yikes. That's new. I've never seen that before. I've never seen like little traps like that before in the dungeon. That is actually quite interesting. Yikes. Oh, I can't see what's happening. I can't see what's happening. This is quite the area. Try your best to move yourself and stay away from the area of attack when it comes to an enemy, especially as a DPS. And if you don't have like a good chunk of health like a tank would, it really hurts, especially if you don't know what's about to happen. Alright, the second boss. Oh, that don't look good. Oh, I'm being triggered for something. Ah! Yes! Yep! Yep! Yeah. Oh, I did not realize he had died. That happened so quickly. Starting to see more of the destruction of the castle now. The next boss we encounter will be the last one, so I'm assuming it will be the person who's commanding this castle. Remember, try and stay with your party as much as possible. If you're new to it, it can be difficult. If you are able to use your run, it definitely helps. If they get to a boss while you're trying to catch up, it'll ask you if you want to teleport to them. Unless you're right around the corner and you'd be there within a second or less, I would just teleport. If I'm not mistaken, I think the border can close. That locks you into the battle area. And that's not ever a good thing. I believe you lose out on the experience of that boss, and it really upsets your party. Again, these are just things I've learned while playing Final Fantasy XIV. Other people might have different views or different opinions on what I'm talking about, and that is absolutely alright. People play this game very differently. When you're using Stormbite, or your, I think it's called the Aesthetic Bite, you want to make sure to always use your Iron Jaws every once in a while. Every time you do, it'll reset that 30-second timer on that Stormbite and Aesthetic Bite, so it'll never fade. Keep getting that initial attack in from the wind damage and the poison. Ah, yes, the machine they were talking about in the cutscene. He looks friendly, doesn't he? Let's go. Well, I feel like that gun's gonna be a problem at some point.
We go together!
He's actually dying quite quickly. Ouch.
Die, die, die!
Oh, that's not good.
Die, die, die!
Gotta get out. Oh, come on, we almost got this. That's it right there. Oh man. And I gotta level up. Nice. Always give your party GG's. Oh, I got Shadow Bite. Listen, that weapon though, awesome. But with that being said, you guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for being here with me while I go through my first run of Doma's castle. I'm not going to continue here and watch the cutscene just in case people are still going through Stormblood and don't want to ruin anything, but they didn't mind seeing what dungeon might be coming up. So again, thank you so much. We are the Project Returns. You are tuning in to V's experiences, and this was Final Fantasy XIV Doma Castle Dungeon. See you in the next one, you guys.